Okay, now we are recording. Yeah, they paid me in the same way they always do. All right, let's see. First thing I show you guys, we got some overlays that we're running with today. Now, normally we don't really zoom in this close, so we don't really see any of this stuff. So today we get the pleasure of zooming in to look at something like once, because we're not going to come back here. No, we're not going to have any Doritos, tacos, or anything ridiculous like that. But one of the things we can do with Quano is bring in a map overlay. So if I put it in unit view, we can see that we've got our underground shelters, we've got an underground gas tank, bunker, more planes, we've got some tarmac space, and as you notice, the runway kind of goes right through town. Don't mind the cows and the sheeps and the monkeys or whatever else they have in Albania. And that all eventually leads to, we've got a runway access point. We have an auxiliary runway. We have got a rather large runway. More access points, a bunch of tarmacs, and more tarmacs at the other end. We have our ZSU-23s. Further away, we have Glenenstein in his Panzers. We have an SA-22 on either side of the base. The Groundmaster is up on a hill with Losa's Eyehawk not far behind. And we have Tokyo Bay Fortress hanging out in the Adriatic with Captain Space Case, Captain, and Captain Heavy Messing. Yeah, someday you're going to have to defend that airbase. That's just kind of how it works. But you guys know that. All right, let's see. Tonight we have the Demons Operation We Didn't Start the Fire. And in case you guys don't remember all the objectives, we have been hired by Molson-Coors-Taco Bell to support the Red Bull Riot Team. At 1300, the Red Bull Riot Team will depart from the English pub, British pub, whichever one it is. They don't know that we are providing close air support. They are going to riot from about this area and end the riot in about here. There is a building that has snipers in it, a rather tall building right here. We zoom in, you can get a good look at it. That building will give them a line of fire all the way down here. So one of our first orders of business before this riot can get kicked off, we have to knock out that building. The Unicum Warehouse is right here. We have reports of some AAA in the area. There's the zoo. God forbid if anything happened to the Timisoara zoo, that would be terrible. Yes, terrible indeed. We have camera crews lined up throughout this area that are all covering the action for us. Just northeast of town, we have where the Seattle Supersonics PMC is located at. We've got an airfield. We got some aircraft shelters. We got a bunch of stuff, and hopefully in due time we'll know it's there. We have the Rapid Reaction Force building just north of town. We got some folks lined up to knock that out, and later on in our mission, we'll go over that here in a little bit. And we got a radar set up over on the mountains, keeping an eye on us. Right now, I don't think anybody really knows we're here. I mean, tensions simmer until the hired goons show up, and then everything gets kind of weird. All right, so the way we're going to open up is we are going to have, let's see here, we are going to have fuel and beacon. That's going to be our fuelers, and our S-100 is going to take off first, and they're just going to kind of hang out over at the fuel point and at the fuel racetrack. AEWs and hang out at point A. In order for our fuelers to work well, they need to run a racetrack. Otherwise, things just kind of get stuck behind them while they're always turning. First thing bad that's going to happen is we are going to launch flare flight. Our F-117s. That's right. Hopefully everybody is excited to see our first stealth aircraft go through. They are going to fly nap of the Earth all the way from Yater all the way along the mountains until they get to range and fire alarms. After that, we are going to have a whole bunch of aircraft go up to the form-up point. So we have a forward operating base that we didn't have before. It's kind of new for this operation. And we are going to have a... Oop, screen just take... Okay, there it is. We have a loiter point where a whole bunch of stuff is going to go and hang out here. To make it really easy for myself, because don't want to forget anything and have all you people yell at me because I'm doing terrible things and all our planes got blown up. One thing that's going to happen is I have a script at 1300 that is going to swap a bunch of missions, set Emcon the way we want it, and hopefully that'll take care of a lot of the headaches. All right, and then once the riot starts, we are going to have, let's see, we're going to have alarms go off. We've got a SAM site at the airport, along with a radar. We're going to try to knock all of that out. And then we are going to have naughty people come and throw some bombs into a heavily populated civilian center. Nothing bad can happen here. Once the initial sortie is over, we are going to have our MiG-21s, our fish beds, and our floggers launch. They are going to make their way up to Timisoara. We've got a couple of flight routes for where our MiG-21s are going to cover. And then we've got an area where our floggers and our AMXs are going to go as well. All right, let's see. Then after that point, we just kind of sit around and wait until the riot comes to its conclusion. The goal of the riot is to get into the warehouse and wreck things and kind of riot through the place and basically stop Unicom's domination of this area so Molson-Coors-Taco Bell can really gain some market share. So before we get too crazy, let me see. Oh, my hat. If anybody has seen my hat, someone stole it in Prov. Really hoping to get that hat back. I've heard some reports of it around the base, but I have yet to see it. Remember the furry hat? I will definitely see what I can do about getting you and Titus in the same plane. The game absolutely models the launch bay opening for stealth aircraft. In my testing, these things are invisible until the moment that they launch missiles, and then they pop up on radar for a moment, and then they go out. So it definitely does. All right. And we are going to drop back into group view to clean it up a little bit. Actually, no, we're going to step in unit view. And we are going to hit the time, and things are going to get rolling. We're going to check losses and expenditures, and everything is clear. Here we go. Well, things will probably be pretty quiet for a minute here. We've got a few missions that are going to take off a little bit, so we'll get to look at the nice map. I have set no-fly zones per request around Arad, and then around this area where there was the SA-19. Or the book, or whatever it is, book. There is a no-fly zone around Belgrade. In case you notice, it is a lot smaller than it was before, and there's a good reason for that. I can't path anything within 12 nautical miles of a no-fly zone. Otherwise, the pathing gets really weird, and I deal with all kinds of errors. So I just made it smaller. All right, the first thing we have taking off, we'll zoom right in. We have Maverick in the VC-10. And Big Pig in the KC-135. Just behind that, we have I Spy, Roamer, Sky Eye, and Loudmouth, all hanging out in the Saab. They are flying as normal aircraft. They are Emcon cold at the moment. Yeah, they don't know anything about shooting down F-117s in this neighborhood. So these planes are all going to go, and they're going to go to Point Alpha. Just kind of hang out. All right, we have our first contact up to the north. Looks like a radar. Something we'd expect. Just to remind everybody, too, there is a list of probabilities and possibilities. We could, depending on how the random number generator goes, get a fairly mediocre batch of stuff, or things could get more exciting. That way, I don't exactly know what might possibly happen. All right, I'll slow us down here. We've got ID on our radar. This fits with our previous intel that we have some radar site up near this border. Yeah, I don't know what the Invisiboat is passive, so I really don't know how this thing works as far as what it's going to pick up. You click it, I get the big range ring, so I think its passive sensors are in range, but I don't really know how well it... Oh, wait, that's the Doormans. I'm not really sure how this thing goes. Sensor-wise, I mean, we have an advanced electronic intel kind of doing its thing. I'm not really sure. But it's there. I mean, for something that has a reputation to pick up, a pin drop from 1,000 miles away, I kind of expected a little bit more, but I don't really know how this ends up getting modeled. But on the plus side, I mean, Grey Hunter has his Tokyo Bay Fortress, so that's pretty cool. In case nobody's familiar with the Tokyo Bay Fortress, there's a gentleman named Grey Hunter who is one of the finest gentlemen that you can meet, who does some really great Let's Plays, and he had one with War in the Pacific that involved the Tokyo Bay Fortress. Worth reading about in the Let's Play archives. Definitely check it out. All right, so we've still got our 2 radars. We've got planes going in. At Hired Goons, Versac Airport, we have Death Rap, Gervasius, Grumio, Peeping Tom, Random Paul, Sabotage, Scooters, and Tapco. All in MiG-21s. Then we have Dagon and Grapeshot, our 2 survivors in our A-11 Gilis. A pair of Reapers, Meat and Wanderer. And we have our 4 floggers, Potu, Power Thighs, Socks, and Tourist. So, make sure everybody is looking good. Yeah, we're looking good. We'll take this up until we get something happening. All right, we've got Maverick and Big Pig running the racetrack. And the S100 is going to spin in circles. Okay, now we've got our first mission going live. Mission Flare has been activated. Everybody, a reminder, Flare is the name of our F-117s. They'll be taking off in a moment here. We have a full flight of aircraft. Yeah, the boat lobby is pleased for now. But the boat lobby never sleeps. It just passes out. All right, and in this flight, we have Lead, Tongue Bath, Ground Beef, Rock Paper, and Murphy. I think I've got... no, we don't have a photo of the F-117 Nighthawk. This is a hypothetical unit that, of course, our fine friends at Clausen Pedersen were able to track down. Each one is running a pair of alarms. So between them, we have 8 alarms going. And I need to drop the group down to minimum altitude per request. I need to make sure that they stay at minimum altitude until weapon launch. All right, there we go. We are combat operational. Yeah, just so I don't get Just so I don't get too lost, if somebody would tell the story of Tokyo Bay Fortress, that would be good. I don't want to get my facts mixed up on the incorrect facts. All right, we also have we have Wanderer and Neat will be going up in the air, and they are going to be running over to some points, I believe at Beacon Point. Yes. Wanderer is heading to Beacon Point. Neat is heading to Lighthouse Point. And they're going to have the ground radar just kind of doing their thing. Thank you, Surreal Barrel. So just to ER 5013 gave a nice synopsis there. Said it's a defensive base in the Tokyo Hex. It gained notoriety because its transmissions kept getting tracked, even though it couldn't move, and was joked to eventually rise up and destroy the U.S. Navy. All right, we will see they are 200 feet above ground level, which I think is a little bit lower than most airplanes are able to go in the game. I think most go at 300 feet, if I remember right. So our Reapers that we have are not the obnoxious Reaper with the Gorgon stare. These are just kind of a normal Reaper that are still very, very good. They still have really, really good eyes on them, but not quite as good as the Gorgon stare. I mean, Gorgon stare could take off 1,000 miles away and just pick up everything. Were they supposed to go around the mountains? Let's see. Eastern flight path. Okay, let me make sure. Fancy map. Still plenty of time to route everybody. Yes, thank you. One thing that is kind of a little interesting about the game is when I launch a mission, I can't actually plan all of this. Yes, thank you, Kaviv. So when I go through and make the mission, I have to physically do it once the airplanes have been launched. So while I can program a ridiculous amount of stuff another way, I don't quite get that same ability here. Supposedly a strike planner is in the works. I think Magnus was doing some digging into the Gorgon stare and why it was so good the other night. I don't recall exactly all of the findings, but there was some multiplier that it had that made it way better than everything else. All right, we have Meat is in position at 25,000 feet. Let me make sure that that is where he's supposed to be. Prowlers, 25,000 feet with a 15,000 foot deck. All right, I am good there. That's right, I really do pay attention when you try to pay attention when you people give me orders. All right, flight is holding at 640 feet. Yeah, that's one thing where I can, if you say I need a strike mission, I can just give it a list of targets and the AI will auto-generate. However, I have to tweak it once it has been launched. There is ways to get around it, or I've seen people use some where they will put exclusion zones to try to get the planes to funnel through an area. It doesn't really like that. Not much. But we work with it. So that's why I kind of really like having patrol areas, because I can set a patrol and then a prosecution area somewhere within weapons range. So the planes will fly a racetrack back and forth until a threat pops up and they'll engage it. The other difficulty I had with strike missions is I can't assign escort aircraft while they are in the air. So, for example, our tornadoes, I couldn't have Windmill going with the EA-6 Bravo while they were in the air as an escort. Nor could I assign it as one of the regular airplanes because it doesn't have any weapons. No, I'm gonna jump up. I go from 5-second multiplication to 15, and 15's a little too fast, and 5's just a little too slow. So I'm gonna bump it up for a second, and then we will take it back down again once we get a little closer. I'd like to track this while we go to weapon release. Now on the other side of the mountain, so they're at about 1,800 foot right now, and the mountains are up at 6,000. So they should definitely be in a radar dead zone. Interesting, because they have a side profile. I don't know if that matters to detection for the radar. Is this thing better head on or tail on? I guess I don't really know. I haven't done a lot of playing with the stealth aircraft in this, just because we kind of saw what happened in the Bering Sea. They tend to be really nasty. All right, everything is still hanging tight. We've got the signal coming out of the flat face. Yeah, kind of an ugly looking radar. Doing radar things, whatever that may be. It's a Greek radar. A lot of that stuff around here. All right, they are still holding good. They are running up a little bit on the edge. They're just about to hit the peak, and then they're going to drop down into a valley. We don't have any intel if they have anything here to protect this radar. Hopefully not. Blue Moon. It's not quite the same as my Uper Ale, but it's not bad. I believe Magnus suggested the making sure I was drinking a Molson-Coors product, which normally I wouldn't drink. I couldn't find a bottle of Unicom today, so I don't know. Maybe I'm not going to have any luck there. Okay, Flight Red Dog 86, led by ground beef, including Murphy, Rock, Paper, and Tongue Bath, are now making the run. They are firing alarms, which is a pretty cool rocket. It will kind of loiter around, I'm assuming with the parachute, just kind of hang out. So if they did turn this off, it's going to wait for them to turn it back on. Also, we have got an early weapon launch. All right, let's zoom in and see. We've got alarms heading in, doing their alarm thing. Flight Red Dog 86 is tracking. We'll see if we need any more than that. I believe they only launch what they think they have to. We'll go down to 2-second steps. I didn't think, no reason to get a zoomed in map. We won't be looking at this area for long. All right, the alarms are going in. Going in. What do we got? Oh! And we have airbursted over the radar by 9 feet. And as you notice, the alarm is now at 0 knot speed. It's hanging out. So in the odd case that it did pop back on, this thing would re-engage and go after it. Pretty cool, really. But okay, let's see. What does that do? We will, per instructions, task these guys back over here. Over there. Keep them on minimum altitude. Oh, what do we got here? We have got contacts. We have a mobile. We have got contact report says we've got an SA-17 Grizzly over by the radar. Okay, that's not unexpected. Let's see. We've got some other contacts that went radar hot further up north. What do we got? Contact report says we've got a ZSU-23. We have got an SA-6. We have got another ZSU-23. Is that it for new contacts? Okay, these are somewhere in line in this area. Quit looking at the events. I forgot to turn that off. All right, let's see if we got anything else exciting here. Oh, okay. We've got some grizzlies off to a grizzly off to our west. Looks like at the airport. We've got an SA-6. We've got our radar. We have, looks like a ZSU-23-4 just on the other side of the radar. What do we have here? We also have another AAA at the rapid response area. I think we can safely set all of that hostile. All right, we've got about half an hour until planes are going to start taking off. F-117s are making their way back. Only launched 2 alarms. That's not too bad. My mistake. Don't worry. I'm off by an hour. It's not nearly as bad as when we were in the Bering Sea and there was the international dateline. So I would set units on one side to one mission time and units on the other, and it would be a different day, and it was just a terrible mess. Yeah. Don't worry, we'll just call it a Zulu is 1300 and leave it at that. That's when everything's going to get kicked off. So we've got flight heading back. We're going to have them drop back down to deck again. Every time they hit a waypoint, they will try to go back to the original flight profile. Hence, I have to tell them to not do that. So once they made it back, they were back in the original flight plan. All right, we've got Meat being meaty and Wanderer wandering. Both have sensors on, which is a surface searching short-range radar. And they've got some infrared and laser designators as well. We've clear sky, no rain. It's a pleasant 25 degrees Celsius. I guess I forgot to set that part of the weather. Because February in Albania and, well, Romania, I doubt is 25 degrees Celsius. Yeah, no, the Dateline thing was not awesome. That was a humongous pain in the ass. I dreaded doing missions on one side and the other. Because even on St. Lawrence Island, one airbase would be on one side of the dateline, the other airbase would be on the other, and it was just a huge mess. Yeah, the Bering Sea was cool for what it was, but this offers us a lot more just because, well, I will show you why. Let me see if I can. I am drawing a blank on who did the really awesome fly-through of our new base. And I realized that we had this ability to now do a 3D map and zoom right in, for example, like this. And now I can zoom right in and say, hey, guess what? There's our target. No TRW doesn't own it. Hey, guess what? That's the building the snipers are in. Our ordnance is going to hit that. You know, we can slide up a little more. Oh, hey, there's the zoo over there. Anta, yes. And that was just so awesome. And once I saw that, it's like, oh yeah, just like, mind blown moment. Like I cannot wait to put all this to use. Because yeah, you don't have any of this in the Bering Sea. Well, you do, but you just have a dirty island with dirty island 3D and no mountains or no nothing. I could see us staying here for quite some time. I mean, you look at that. I mean, the thing even renders trains. All these weird pixelated houses. That's so cool. But back to the mission at hand. Enough staring at goofy technology. All right, so we have Flight Red Dog heading back. We have got Big Pig pigging out. We have got I Spy spying. We're going to take up the time compression until we get some more planes in the air. We're at 5 times. I'm going to clear the log. One other thing we have in this scenario is our 3D printed planes, our MiG-21s and our MiG-27, which is a really nice new addition. It gets us some replaceable airplanes. It gets us some cool old stuff. But because it's old, it's kind of prone to breaking. So we will have some semi-non-fatal maintenance issues that will crop up during the course of a mission. There's a very low probability, and the probability is higher the older the plane is. It has to fire a very small chance just for something bad to happen. And then on top of that, there's different ranges of bad. So there's kind of bad, and there's extraordinarily bad. And hopefully we won't run into that. In my testing, it seemed to be, well, pretty intermittent. Sometimes an airplane would catch on fire and explode, and sometimes nothing bad would happen. So we'll see where tonight goes. Hey, it's all about the airplane violence here, right? Okay, the book is chilling out. Kind of a cool looking there, gotta be the radar. I don't know what that thing is, but that thing's just gotta be a missile magnet, though. All right, we have Big Pig still picking about. Flight is doing its thing. All right, we're going to take it up a little bit. We should have flights going live here in a minute. There we go. We have Mission Firestorm Hold. And that is going to be Lamora and God, Phantom and Wedge Tree, and Mojangle and Swam. Taking off. And they are headed towards, let's see, Firestorm Hold is taking them to the loiter point. And they are going to hang out at loiter. They are going to do 300 feet above ground level for the entire way. And then they will hold at 300 feet above ground level. All right, Fuse Wick Hold has been activated. We'll have more planes taking off in a moment, as well as Fuel Extinguisher. That is our Griffins with Meteors that'll be patrolling behind the lines. Yeah, that's my wife's phone. Not my ringtone. So let's see. We'll zoom right in and see where it shows I'm taking off from. We should have planes any moment here. Hey, and they didn't really take off from the icon. Okay, let's see. We have got Ghost Sight and Lancer and Greenhorn and Handlebar. As you guys remember, we've got some new pilots. Back in Fungus and Mazda and Blue Tick. That looks like our pair right there. Yep, Bat Fungus, Mazda Blue Tick, Greenhorn Handlebar, and Ghostite and Lancer. And our shiny new Griffin NGs. It's a pretty cool airplane. Yeah, the Wild Willie thing was okay, but you guys always got what you wanted. Money's just no issue, so it just wasn't only fun. Okay, let's see. Behind it, we have Windmill. Windmill is going to be Fuse Wick Hold. Windmill, in case anybody doesn't remember, is running our offensive ECM. Really, we should have 3 more goons in there with Windmill because this is a 4-person job. We have coffee and fish sandwich, Hellfire and Hawaiian pizza, the most terrible pizza. Don't let my wife hear me say that. And we've got a few more. We've got Domai and Otter, Dandy and Buzzkill. They are running the whole bunch of alarms. They have got 5 alarms each. We'll be slinging up to 20 alarms towards the airport. And leading it up, we will have our Griffins doing their thing. Grippening about. And leading, we are going to have... I know, I agree. I don't... not a big fan of pineapple pizza. Just can't do it. A lot of things in this world I can do. All right, we have Arsonist Incendiary Hole. Our next mission going. And we're trying to kick everything off, so at about 1300 Zulu time, not local time, hostilities will commence. So I did my best to try to get this to time it, so everything was knocked off. This is one of them things, if this was a scenario you were playing at home, you would be able to kind of tweak this and reload it and tweak it and reload it. That's not a luxury we have in this format, so I've kind of gone about and said, well, you just kind of tell me when you want things to happen, I'll make it happen. It's a lot more fun that way. All right, we have more Griffins that just took off. These are small diameter bomb Griffins. Small diameter bomb, as you guys remember, gives the spider web of death, where they will shoot out up to 60 nautical miles away and glide virtually undetected until they slam into things that need slamming into. They are deadly, they are angry, and they really put a hurting on a lot of stuff. They are subject to the meteor tax, but because they tend to be fairly cheap, we're not going to notice this for quite some time. So in other words, smoke them while you got them. All right. So we got a pretty nice group of planes moving up. At a certain point, we are going to have some of our units taken off from Versac. I'm sure it has some fancy name. And we'll go from there. But until then, everybody should be doing their thing. Is Twitch doing something weird? I kind of keep an eye on it here to make sure everything's looking normal. And I've kind of got the settings set as low as it'll go and still have it be decent for you people. But if I do any more than this, it doesn't help my kids streaming some crazy kids movie right now too. Because Santa Claus will be coming soon, and it's getting to be that time of the year. So the Santa movies are going to start coming out. All right, we're going to take it up a little bit close some of this distance just so you guys aren't waiting. So we got a pretty nice spread. We've got our fuel extinguisher on patrol. Oh, okay, gotcha. Leading the line is Coffee and Fish Sandwich, followed by Dandy Buzzkill with Windmill shortly behind. This group, Mission Fuse Wick. Let me make sure that I got... So Fuse Wick, we have a Saab patrol that Fuse is going to roll. They are going to move between point E and the Blaze Inferno release point, and they are going to prosecute against targets within this narrow window. Once these targets have been prosecuted, verse shots? Wow. Huh. I'm going to screw that up, guaranteed. But they will kind of run this. The Ordnance will be in range. The bad people shouldn't even know what's hitting them by the time it's hitting them. First shots. Huh. I'm going to need another beer in a moment. Good thing I can drink like a billion Blue Moons. All right, now they are at the hold point. Airplanes will start to stack up at the loiter point. This actually worked pretty well. I set a support mission. Everything goes there. It hangs out. Instead of trying to time all these flights by taking off at the same time, it makes it really nice. Everybody can just stage and just flare out all at once. It makes it really cool. Sometimes we've been hampered by single airstrip airfields before, and that's really been a bummer. Don't know. I'm not going to move meat and wander up until the area has been sanitized. They do have orders to move up point F and point E to get a little closer to the action. That's not that time yet. I'm not going to get these things blown up yet. Yes, I did my best to try to time this so everybody was right where they needed to be. The riot will kick off once we knock out the building with the snipers in it. You guys are going to like this. This is pretty cool. In a matter of minutes, all of our missions are going to kick off at once. And because I'm lazy, I made a Lua script that automatically switches all of our units from the loiter missions that they're on to the full-blown let's go get them missions. It also turns on our Emcon, and it also turns on the offensive ECM all at once, and I don't have to do anything. How awesome is that? That means I can't screw it up. Yes, I am recording. Okay, there we go. Trigger fired. We have the 1300 mission that went. We have got Windmill is on his way to point E. We've got Domai and Otter has engaged offensive. We have got Phantom and Wedge Cree. Ooh, got that mission. Firestorm, I need to drop Encom to passive. Missed that one. Domai and Otter Lamora and got Coffee Fish Sandwich. All right. I'll take it down to 2 times time compression. At this moment, we have got Windmill going in. Units will now be gaining altitude to get out of SAM range or AAA range, whatever we might find, and I'm sure it's going to be there. Go find some videos from right, we will make sure, yep, that the Saab is now active. Saab is active. All right, Domai and Otter looks to be the first one. What do we got? Some AAA? Oh, that's right. We had AAA to the north. Because it's not in the prosecution area, those alarms will not fire at that area. First group is... Oh, yeah, we got all kinds of goodness here. Oh, we've got weapons away. First alarm is headed out towards the straight flush. We've got other ones going to Well, let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3 going to the straight flush, 2 going to the gun dish. Let's see what that is. Straight flush is going to be the gainful. Gun dish is going to be that ZSU. Let's see if we can get Lamora and God, no. We're going to get coffee and fish sandwich to send some off at the radar, just to make sure everybody gets what they need to get. Oh boy, look at all that. Dandy and Buzzkill still holding a single alarm. Let's see, we have got gun dish, gun dish, gun dish, straight flush, straight flush. All right, we are going to have him do the last one. We're going to overwhelm here. We will add the flat face. It looks like it's already been assigned. See, Dandy and Buzzkill, Hellfire, Hawaiian Pizza. See if we can get them to go in as well. See if we knock out that flat face. We're going to put 2 alarms onto that. Shilka's going to make it a little interesting. Now they've got some short-range air defense. We will continue to see all kinds of nasty spam about outside of area. That's okay. We'll deal with it. All right, Domai and Otter is now returned to base. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, what's this, guys? Oh, small diameter bombs. Oh yeah. Look at this. Yep. Oh dear. Yeah, that's why we love the small diameter bombs. Okay, Domai and Otter is on his way back. Dandy and Buzzkill is following the line. Coffee and fish sandwich and Hellfire Hawaiian Pizza are probably watching things go wherever they're going to go. Lamora and God and Phantom and Wedge Cree. Okay, let's see. Oh, we're already there. Yep. All right, we've got the Gainful is now trying to take out. We are going to go nice and slow. We got a lot going on here. Let's see, what are they going for first? All this thing has to do is just knock out its radar dish, and this thing's blind. I wish I could yank it down to 1/10 second time. Oh, let's see. Air bursted over the vehicle directly on top of the SAM. That is another one detonated. Missed by 7 feet. Oh, and we've got the Shilka is now engaging. Let's see. It is trying. Oh, did we hit? No, we did not hit the Shilka. Oh, and it did. It air bursted right by the Shilka. Let's see if we knock this thing out. The ZSU is going to be real troublesome. Oh, and it is popping them. That alarms as they come in. Let's see. Okay, we got a bunch more going in. Yeah, all right. We got a whole bunch going in towards the flat face. Oh, yeah, a whole bunch going in. As far as I can tell, the SA-6 is now blind. Otherwise, it would have been, yeah, we've got confirmation. It's got some damage on it, medium damage. I want to make sure I don't miss our wall of small diameter bombs going in. Hey, look at this. These things they launched them further away than our forward operating base. All right, we're going to zoom back in, see if we can get through this short-range air defense. We've got 2 missiles coming in back to back. Oh, flat face is down. It looks like perfect timing, too, because all these alarms, they've all went passive. But they were all going for that one, but they didn't retask onto the gun dish. That's interesting. And we have got a whole bunch more of these that are on task to go for. Looks like the gun dish, straight flush. Yeah, all these are just hanging in midair. They are going to eventually detonate. We'll see if anything can get through and knock out the ZSU. Probably not. I have a feeling this thing's going to be a tough nut to crack. Miss. Oh, what did it do? Did it? It did. It airburst directly on top of it. I guess it'll be a crapshoot to see if it actually knocked out its radar or not. Oh, I did set the weapon release. Otherwise, they would launch every single bit of ordnance at one target. Luckily, I have kind of solved that. Did we knock out the radar in the Shilka? No, we did not. Wow, this thing is a machine. Oh, and it detonated. We did detonate right over the top of it. I don't know if it's enough to take out the radar. We have now got some brimstones away. Phantom and Wedge Cree. Lamora and God. Mojangle and Swam. Are now launching brimstones. Oh, don't worry. The town's going to get what's coming to it. Mojangle and Swam is going around. I am going to divert Windmill to an alternate point so he's not hanging out. Should you not want me to do that, let me know. I just didn't figure we wanted to keep him loitering back and forth right on the front line. All right, we have got some brimstones going on. I don't know. Oh, brimstone went radar hot. Oh, we have a new contact. A mobile unit detected by Lamora and God. Let's see if we can get an idea. Anything in the contact report? No. It's visual. I think we can safely set anything we find there to hostile. Oh, it's a truck! An armed technical. Not driven by a bunch of guys in Somalia. Ignore the image. Just assume it's a truck. So we have two technicals, each mounting a 12.7 millimeter. Okay, we have got another mobile. What do we got here? Oh, we got a bunch of mobiles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The Damocles picked them up. We have not identified them yet. Let's go in first and see. Oh, and the Shilka is shooting at the brimstones. This got to be a pretty tough target to hit. That brimstone is little. Oh, 97% penetration. The brimstone has impacted the ZSU, but it shot the next one down. Let's see. Looks like Lamora and God are heading in to work their magic. Mojangle is again engaged offensive. All right, let's see here. We've got 1, 2, 3 new contacts. 3 new mobiles. I believe this is a motor pool area. That's what it looks like there. You can see vehicle staging. Yeah, these Shilkas are something else, man. Okay, another mobile. What do we got? Okay, we've got some AAA section, trucks, truck. Got the sniper building. And we have got... All right, let's zoom right in. We still got our small diameter bombs coming in. Let us see what the brimstones can do. Now, Lamora and God is going to be well above where the ZSU can hit anything. So all he's got to do... contact ZSU 23-4 has been lost. 100% penetration. That's the way we like it. Lamora and God can take a kill there. Oh, the brimstone impact the surface. Let's see. We are oh yeah, we have got brimstones launched from, looks like Mojangle and Swam. These guys have this area here. These 3 tornadoes are going to cover the entirety of the vehicles. Oh, and we've got vehicles moving. If need be, I will extend this area. Oh yeah, we've got a whole bunch of vehicles moving. And it looks like we've got a lot more brimstones. Mojangle and Swam positioned himself outside of the initial area. Okay, let's see what we got. We've got some BMP-3s, BTR-50s. Yep. Looks like we got 9 armored vehicles making their way. Oh, yeah, look at all of them. Oh, we picked up some AAA right over the base. Are they going to take a shot at any of the brimstones? Looks like they're not. Oh, and we've got more brimstones away from Lamora and God. Oh, a malfunction. Penetration. Heavy damage. Meat is picking up some contacts here. More heavy penetration. Okay, we've got quite a few good hits. We've got all this. Oh, and we have got Phantom and Wedgecree launching another salvo. These things are looking pretty beat up. All heavy damage. My guess would be that they are on their way out. We've got 1 hit. Another hit. Okay, 1 platoon of BMPs is down. That one totally missed. I don't know where it was going. That one totally missed. Okay, I am going to extend this area because otherwise if they run out of the prosecution area, then nothing will shoot at them. And you can see our nice long line of small diameter bombs doing whatever they do. All right, we are down to, oh, it looks like Lamora and God still has a crap load of brimstones. 1 brimstone away, 2 brimstones away. Let us see how it looks. Oh, that is 3 brimstones. BMPs and BTR-50s. 1 down. And that's a miss. That's going for the other one. All right, we got 1 brimstone. Where's he going? He was also going for the other one. All right. Lamora and God. We have Phantom and Wedgecree. There's 3 brimstones left. Just kind of hanging out. Doing his thing. Lamora and God is engaged offensive. Oh, we've got a new mobile. Okay. Got the trucks and technicals. Oh, those might be our camera crews around the zoo. Let's see if I can get a manual launch here. From Phantom and Wedgecree. See what he can knock out. Yeah, our brimstones are kind of sucking today. Oh, within minimum range. Okay. Looks like Lamora and God is going to be swinging around. We will further extend this zone once more. Normally, we've killed all this stuff by now. Okay, we are going to get in and get a look at... Here we go. We have got 4 small diameter bombs. Heading in for the apartment complex building. Big Office building sniper time. Here we go. 100% penetration. 100%. Oh! In a flurry of sparks, insulation, and dust, the sniper suite is out of commission. Someone better call housekeeping. Oh, dear indeed. I think we all know what that means. Oh, and our last one was a malfunction. But here is where things are about to get interesting. We are about to have a very large quantity of small diameter bombs all go into the airport. So we'll see where all these are going. We're going to go to unit view, and we have got runway access, ammo bunker. Don't quite know. Hangar. Oh yeah, we're gonna wreck something. All right, here we go. We're not worried about that. We'll assume it's a valid military target. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, and our some of our MiGs are just taking off now as well. Okay, let's see. We're gonna let all of our small diameter bombs spam go in. Oh, and we've got runway, 94% penetration, including the runway access point. Oh, a hangar, 100% penetration. Ammo bunker, runway again. We had, the hangar's gone, disappeared. They missed the SA-6. Ooh, we have a whole bunch of strikes on the underground aircraft shelter. Again and again and again. A handful of malfunctions on that as well. Going in, we've got our technicals. But hopefully these guys, Lamora and God, should come around and... Oh, let's see. Pegasus and Rocket is dropping runway from its target. The target is a waste of ammo. That's a good thing. Okay, we have got one brimstone away. Come on, Lamora and God. We've had bad luck with these. There we go. Let's get another one. Death Rapping Scooters is in the air. Oh, what do we got coming from the south? Oh, our spices. I forgot all about the spice. I don't remember where those are going. Those are significantly slower than the small diameter bombs. Brimstone missed. Where are they going? What are you people doing? Looks like they've all decided to ignore the BTRs and instead they are going for stuff over here. Okay. Oh, it looks like they knocked out a technical. The spices are going where the... Come on, Lamora and God, what are you guys doing? Phantom and Wedge Scree is down to 3 of those. Huh. Well, that's unexpected. I haven't seen that happen before. Oh, don't worry. They're all coming. We've just been zoomed out, but all our forward operating stuff is over there doing forward operating base things. All right, we've got a new contact. All right, we're going to try to bring Phantom and Wedge Scree around, get him to fire on that. Try a different vector. I don't want them just shooting randomly. If anything, we'll, yeah, we've got all our MiGs coming in the air. We'll have some other stuff coming up here roughly in a minute. Well, we had to make sure that that building didn't harbor any bad people. God forbid. Yeah, I mean, it's this is something else with the brimstones. Normally these things are so reliable. I mean, we just shoot and shoot and shoot, and they just die and die and die. All right, we'll see if we can get the other. Yeah, if this last batch from Phantom and Wedge Creek doesn't, I'm going to bring the Reapers in. Hopefully it does. You know, he's spinning around for one more. Yeah, they're almost out. I don't want to drive anybody down because we know there's some AAA on the ground here. But on the flip side, we're going to have our MiG-27s coming in and our AMXs in a minute. Okay, we've got Phantom and Wedge Cree firing a Brimstone, which is hopefully going to go where it needs to go. Come on. One Brimstone left. Let's hope they don't reacquire something. And, oh, there we go. BTR 50 is down. The Rapid Response Force has been taken care of. This leaves us some AAA batteries around the Unicum Warehouse. We now have Blaze and Inferno, which is going to be some of our junk. Or, sorry, some of our MiGs are going to come over and bomb that. You know, I don't know if we had any contact reports from anything at the airport. Which maybe we blew up all the planes. That'd be something. We know there's MiGs there and maybe some starfighters. Speaking of MiGs, we have our very own MiG-21s, which I seem not to have a photo for. Death Rap, Peeping Tom, Gervasius, and Grumio running up on the northwest vector, with Sabotage led by Tapco, our ace, Scooters, and Random Paul running the northeast. Mojangle and Swam is headed back, as is Lamora and God. Pretty much dry. Windmill. Make sure I got, yeah, Windmill is at Spark Ignition. He'll have plenty of cover here in a moment. And now it's a moment of waiting for our stuff. Yeah, we have got, we should have people taking off. Oh yeah, they are taxiing to take off. We're going to have our MiG-27 Flogger. Oh yeah, look at that thing. And we are going to have a pair of our AMXs that are going to take off. Yeah, that would be pretty cool if there was anything worth salvaging there, but I have a feeling there won't be. Just a hunch. Kind of expected a lot more war crimes during this. Knowing you guys, I mean, there's no napalm, there's no cluster bombs, there's no terrible violence. Kind of mild. You guys are losing your touch. So it looks like we have a single Griffin that I must have forgotten to switch on the missions. So this guy is sitting, let's see, Ventura and Lunatic are holding at the loiter point. We'll use them for backup, because my script is not perfect. Yeah, we probably did Crazy Cryo Dude, but, you know, they were probably all Unicom employees and probably deserved it. Why not, right? Okay, let's see. We got a nice MiG cover there. Oh yeah, it's Sunday. There's nobody at work. That's a good point. This was just professional military contractors hanging out in this building with a sniper rifle. Or a 25mm Bushmaster linked up to some optics. That's good for fun too. All right, well, I'm going to take this opportunity to run in the other room and get myself a fresh Blue Moon, sponsored by Molson-Coors-Taco Bell. All right, there we go. Well, you know, that sniper hut just couldn't be left on its own. Somebody had to blow it up. Okay, let's see. We've got our MiGs MiGing about. We have Tourist leading the line with his AS-14 Kedges, which I assume is what was meant by the Maverick ski. Which something, yeah, it's roughly equivalent to the AGM 65 Maverick, which hopefully that's what you guys wanted. It is, as I recall, it's not ridiculously fast. Yeah, launch speed 675 knots. Oh, okay, 1,180 knots. This thing's got some speed to it. Not amazing range. We can kind of tweak this a little bit where we want it. We'll get it up into the patrol. Yeah, well, it might have needed 5 tons of explosives. It'd be terrible if it didn't. All right, our Gilis are coming about. Everybody should be getting up to 15,000 feet. And they are. If anybody's going to get into trouble hanging around where there's AAA, it's going to be these flights right here. Tourist and Power Thighs, Socks and Po2. Pretty nice spread. We'll see what they go after. Windmill windmilling about with his jammer. I am now going to repurpose meat. Meat is going to go to point F. Remove point D. They're hanging at 25,000 feet. We got a new meat, picked up a new mobile. Jump to location. Let's see what we got. We've got a mobile unit. We're going to mark this hostile. We know there's some rapid response forces within the facility itself. Not quite as mean as angry as what came up from the north. All right, it looks like we have got either Tourist or Power Thighs is about to go over and take a look. And if anything, we will have meat with 4 brimstones. Go over there and spread a little loving around. Hopefully, be a shame if any of that ordnance happened to stray past this spot and get near that zoo. Boy, that would sure bum all them cameramen out. Yeah, our air-to-ground radar did find a thing. Let's see how our MiGs are looking. Wow, they've actually got gas to do something for a little while. I guess it helps that they only had to fly, 50 miles or something. Yeah, what do you got? No, 20 miles. Oh, we've got aircraft on the runway access point. Let's zoom in and see what we've got. We've got MiG-21. Wanderer picked up an aircraft. Meat was able to identify it. So we absolutely have something trying to take off. Oh, don't worry, they'll get pointed the right way. They know which end the bullets come out from. Yeah, that was definitely a tag team with the Reapers. Speaking of that, I've got to move him up to point E. Move beacon. Point E. That is going to forward base our Reapers. And we've got Tourist and Power Thighs leading the charge. Interestingly enough, they have 0 air-to-air weapons. So if they wanted to get into the dogfight, they could. A lot of chaff, though. Some flares. It's not totally defenseless. All right, I will see if I can get some of them to... We'll get Sabotage and Tapco. Take the lead and get up near the airplane. Okay, let's see. Tourist or Power Thighs is about to fire. Blazing Inferno is going to engage targets within this window. We'll see what that might be. Okay, we've got first missile away. We've got some kedges going. Let's see where the lasers are taking them. Looks like the 90mm and the 40mm Bofors. In addition, they each have another pair of the kedges. They're going to fly right over the top. Hopefully these kedges work out. I know they have a reputation to be somewhat unreliable. Gotta love the lasers, right guys? Going in. Oh, and something is firing. That Bofors is trying to take them out. Miss, miss. Oh! Oh dear. It says a rain of shrapnel falls on the Timisoara Zoo. Axles, tires, and barrels land amongst the cages, and a few break down the iron gates. Tutu the gorilla has escaped. Oh my. What can this be? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh. Hold on. I clicked the wrong goddamn thing. Okay. Trust me, it's worth. You guys got to give me a second to. What's question mark equals y? Okay, here we go. Yep. Because we have such good video coverage. Oh God. Meat is picking this up live right now. There's a gorilla on the loose. Oh no. I hope nobody left any Molson-Coors or Taco Bell products out for this gorilla to get into. That would be terrible. There it goes, doing gorilla things. Too bad Marlboro wasn't a sponsor. That would be hilarious. Oh, there's another gorilla. It's freaking out because the one gorilla's outside the cage and that one's still inside. Oh, it's going to get in a golf cart. Oh, no. It's just checking out the garbage can. Yeah, that's awesome. See, that thing knows what's up. Yeah, he knows. He knows where the good stuff is. Where the Molson-Coors-Taco Bell products might be hiding. Oh, yeah. Don't worry about it, dude. It'll all be okay. Don't worry about the airstrikes. All right. Speaking of that, we're going to get back where we were. Let's see. We have got another kedge going in. We have got, looks like one is going in on the 90mm AAA. Okay, we've got another Wanderer spotted another aircraft on the runway. Their takeoff time is going to be really, really slow due to all the damage. All right, we are over. Tourist is overflying above SAM range. We've got one kedge, two kedges. Keeping that laser locked. Oh, and we took out both the mobile and I think we took them both out in the same strike. Yeah, we hit a BMP, and at the same time, that must have been close enough with the detonation. It took out the AAA as well. That's pretty cool. I've never seen that happen before. Wow, that's a 2-for-1 shot. And chalk one up to the winning team. Okay, looks like Dagon with the forward-looking infrared radar has picked up a fighter on the radar. All right, Sox is coming in. Again, engaged offensive. Dagon and Grapeshot just behind. We have Sabotage and Tapco are making their way up kind of parallel. Oh, wow. Okay, 250 kilograms of warhead. Man, that thing's a monster. Oh, and we've got a bogey. Let us see what we've got. Something just departed. I think we can safely mark this as hostile. Let's make sure all of our planes are doing what they're supposed to be. Sabotage and Tapco. Engaged offensive. Executing beyond visual range attack. Oh, we got another mobile. What did they pick up? That might be the Riot, because that's not by the facility. All right, we've got a slot back. Looks like it's a MiG-21. Sabotage and Tapco are both engaged offensive. A MiG-21. I don't know why they're not already firing. This cannot engage for another 11 seconds. Okay, we just picked up another mobile. Don't know what. Oh, difference in altitude. Too large. Oh, okay, we've got adders going away. AA-12s right now. Looks like Po-2 and Sox have a missile inbound. We can assume it is basically the same as what we're dealing with now. Let's see, can they spoof it? Oh, we got a Sidewinder. Grapeshot has a Sidewinder heading towards the MiG. Let's see, Maverick did impact. That is a second missile. Oh, Po-2 is down. Hit by the missile. Oh, but we did take care of the MiG-21. MiG-21 is down. Dagon took a missile. Let's see what kind of damage control we got here. The FLIR is down. Sensors destroyed. The radio is destroyed. Propulsion is okay. We have no fire. Let's see if Sox can escape. Oh, and Sox is down as well. We've got one missile still going in for Grapeshot. And Grapeshot is down. That is the meanest MiG I think I've ever seen us deal with. Wow. Okay, Dagon is now RTB. Wow. Power Thighs, RTB, they are dry, as is Tourist. Our MiGs are heading back to the patrol area. Wow. That was something else. Okay, we've still got some AAA. Oh! And we have got another bogey. We're going to have to be careful now because we had Dagon is going to look... All right, now this is where it gets funny. Dagon's radio was destroyed, which means we don't know where Dagon is. He has no way to communicate with us. So as this gets updated, yeah, he has no comm. So we're going to kind of get intermittent contacts as this goes. It's going to kind of be a pain in the butt. New bogey. Probably Dagon again. Yeah, we're just going to keep getting this over and over again. At the moment, I think we can safely assume it's one of our planes coming back. I am going to keep Sabotage and Tapco. We have another bogey coming up? Did I just miss that? Did it pop up and I didn't see it? Yeah, we have Scooters and Random Paul are going to check it out. Oh, where do we have a MiG-21 here? Oh, we're getting info from Dagon? Huh. Okay, well, I don't really know what's going on there. He's out of comms. So we are just going to let him continue to do his thing. Oh, okay, the bogey's still bogeying about. Sabotage and Tapco, we'll keep them in the neighborhood. Yeah, that one bison was surprisingly brutal. But really, I mean, that was a pretty good way to you get your rapid response air team. I mean, that might have been all that survived on that airbase. I don't know. We'll see if we can keep a couple guys there at least until we get a better idea. All right, let's see. Looks like the riot is now progressing out of the rail yard. It's in the industrial zone. Yeah, this can be kind of a pain in the butt as we continue to get bogey updates, and it's just Dagon. Thanks, Dagon. We will keep Sabotage on a crazy path in case anything else pops off. I don't know if we've gotten... I thought we had another contact report. 5 minutes ago. It could have been that unit we just knocked out. One unknown unit. Yeah, we might have just gotten reports of the one MiG that took off. It's pretty wild if just one MiG made off and it knocked out 3 of our attack aircraft. All right, we are going to have Meat and Wanderer gaining a little bit of ground here. That was kind of it for the close air support. They went in to do their supporting. We have Meat and Wanderer as the it's kind of it for the backup at the moment. And they are going to do whatever we tell them to. At the moment, we've just got some AAA hanging out, and the mobile is coming up. That's going to be the riot, so we'll see what the riot does when it gets close. Yep. Come on, guys. Friendly. All of our MiGs are going to try to go take a look because they think it's, well, you know how that is. Yeah, we'll see if we can get one brimstone. Dual mode. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Strill Barrel. Oh, wow, this thing's going to shoot every single brimstone it has at that one AAA. Well, Meteor just got a lot lighter. Friendly. Yeah, Diamond Team 5 is meeting up with Jack Abramoff, our man in Washington. They're going to be hitting up a fashion show while they build their street cred and try to find a nemesis somewhere here. Meat's okay. He's going to stay where he's at. I think this might be the first time that our Reapers have been able to actually fire weapons. Bunch of brimstones going in, doing brimstone things. Well, hopefully they don't go crazy and start locking on to other things. Oh, the Bofors is shooting. Oh, it hit the warehouse. Oops. Where's this one going to go? That one hit the warehouse. Why the hell is it shooting at the warehouse? Did I click the wrong thing? Maybe I clicked the wrong thing and everything is shooting at the warehouse. Oh well. No, don't go home. You gotta stay on mission. Yeah, you ain't going anywhere. You think this is a vacation? Yeah, I don't know if it went after the biggest target or what happened there. I might have clicked the wrong thing, but I was pretty sure I didn't. Been a weird one for the brimstones, kind of brimstoning about. I mean, we definitely know they were engaged on the targets in the prosecution zone, and then they just kind of zoom right past. I mean, it's cool. Okay, let's see. Riot is moving in. Eventually, they'll close the range where they can. Well, I don't know if they'll engage the AAA or not. Okay. All right. We should have. See, Tourist and Power Thighs are going in for a landing, as is Dagon, the last of our attack aircraft going in. Luckily, we can 3D print it, and I'm not sure that was really avoidable. I mean, we had one aircraft get up, and it had missiles inbound right at it, and it just managed to get a whole bunch of spam off there. Yeah, Blue Shift and Maximum Fuck. Where are these guys? Ventura and Lunatic. I might have to go to the order of battle because we have our Kafirs. And they are Tapco, Fuel and Extinguisher, Tornado. Oh, they launched the spices way back when. Okay. That makes sense. All right, so Wanderer will be going back in. Yeah, we still have one Griffin with small diameter bombs, and he is going to be our backup. Yep, the cap racetrack was exactly per plan. I'm not going to deviate because that's the plan. You guys know how that goes. Yeah, all of our Bisons are running kind of a grid back and forth here, and they are the air base is easily within Adder or Archer range, or is it? Which one are we using here? Yeah, the Adder has 45 nautical mile. The Archer has 10 nautical mile. And yep, fish bedding about. Yeah, we still got everybody doing their thing. And we should have. I don't know if that's the Riot Team hanging out. That might be the Riot Team that is at the warehouse. Well, hopefully it is. That would be good for us. Let the warehouse do its thing. It'll be nice when Dagon finally lands. We won't have to deal with the spam anymore. Going in. Yeah, well, now they got some nice holes in the walls to climb through. And I think it'll probably work out pretty well for them. Yeah, it looks like they are riding about. Okay, he's just about to land. Oh boy, hopefully it doesn't take forever to get that thing fixed up. Oh yeah, and he came in and he reported everything he saw, so that's cool. Got a full update once he got on the ground. Yeah, we've got our forward operating base. Okay, as it stands, we have got Wanderer easing his way in. We have got a single Griffin with small diameter bombs, Ventura and Lunatic holding a ways. We'll see if anything else naughty pops up. If not, the riot is progressing. They are rioting now. They are doing whatever they do when they riot. Like the X Games with crowbars and sledgehammers. Yeah, there they are. They are rioting about. I can just imagine what they're doing inside there. Speaking of rioting, when I went to the liquor store today to try to buy a bottle of Unicum, I found a bottle of Jägermeister that was large enough to club a man to death with. This thing, I literally could have put my dog inside of. It was ridiculous. Jägermeister pairs really well with bratwurst and fistfights with state police. Don't ask me how I know this. Okay. Wanderer is wandering about, as is Meat. Our Migs are migging about. At a certain point, the riot will come to a close and they will disperse, but I don't think that time has arrived just yet. We are on 2 times multiplication. All right, it's going to take 27 hours to repair Dagon's AMX. No, Wanderer is still hanging on to his brimstones, but at the moment we don't have anybody that needs to get into this area. And they're just going to kind of hang out. Because this AAA is not effective. I believe the highest it can shoot... where is it now? I want to say it's like 12,000 feet. So not a threat to any of our stuff. And as long as the riot can progress the way it does, we won't worry about it. Yes, you can absolutely paint 4 warehouses. Wanderer is wandering about. Now we're going to take up the time compression a little bit more. See if there's any more excitement. We should get a message when the riot has been complete, once they've thoroughly trashed the building and do whatever they do during a riot. Since I've never actually been into a good old-fashioned riot. Been to some good hockey games. It's got to be close. All right. Got Tapco and Sabotage, Scooters and Random Paul. And really, the MiG-21s, they make a pretty nice group of planes. Not sure I want to throw them against, F-35s or anything, but that's not too bad. Yeah, I'm sure they're breaking every pane of glass. They're smashing every computer they can find. Probably taking dumps in file cabinets. Well, that's what I would do. Some things just aren't going to shit themselves now, are they? Okay, looks like we have new contact. Tunguska. Confirmed by Windmill. All right, I think that's something that we can. That's worthy of a few shots from the Brimstone. Tunguska definitely is enough of a threat. SA-19. What kind of range does this thing have? Yeah. It looks like they are going to be okay. Wander is going to drop a set of Brimstones into this Tunguska. If that doesn't do anything, oops. Okay, I kind of had time compression at 15 times, so it looks like it looks like our Brimstones all hit the Timisoara Zoo. I really have no idea what's up with the Brimstones. I've not. Okay, well, I guess that's time that we can bring in Lunatic. Sorry about that. That would have been kind of funny to watch. But yeah, we're going to bring in Ventura and Lunatic. And yeah, I mean, let me pull up the log, and let's see, message log in separate window. Let's see, the Grissom attacked one of the Brimstones and hit it. One Brimstone hit the warehouse. Another Brimstone hit the zoo. What do we have? 1, 2, and then they knocked two of them out of the sky. One hit the zoo, and one hit the warehouse. I have no idea why that happened. I've never had my Brimstones go quite this crazy. That's pretty awesome in a really wicked kind of way. But okay, I'm not about to deal with a troublemaking Tunguska here. Oh, come on. We have got to bring him, Ventura and Lunatic. We're still at 300 feet. We will take them up to 25,000. Once they gain some altitude, they should have some small diameter bombs. No, the animals at the zoo never die. They escape into the wild. You guys see Madagascar? This is like the Romanian Madagascar. This is exactly what happened. An errant Brimstone went in and freed a pack of 4 animals that all happened to be cozy, cute, and cuddly. I'm sure it has gone full Jurassic Park. There is probably chimpanzees smoking cigarettes, because what's right next to this but a Unicum warehouse? So all of these animals are going to smell all this sugary sweet booze, and these things are going to come streaming across this residential zone, or whatever the hell this is, Romanian trailer park or a college or something like that. And all of a sudden, what are they going to find? They're going to find a riot. Oh, oh dear. Oh no. It says the Unicum warehouse explodes in a massive fireball. The warehouse is gone. The Red Bull Riot Team is gone. Holy shit. What just happened? Oh my. Oh dear. That was impressive. I believe we just had a massive detonation. of some sort. Looks like your small diameter bombs are no longer needed. And wow. Yeah, that was impressive. And we actually have updated footage of this as soon as I can figure out how to get it to update. Custom overlay. Oh, you're here? Just give me a sec. It's worth it, trust me. Didn't make the goddamn thing for nothing. Must have loaded the wrong one. Okay, well, we just had a massive detonation that wiped out the entirety of this area. You can still see the fireball expanding. The warehouse is gone. All of the AAA is gone. The two camera teams are gone. And the Red Bull Riot Team are gone. All have been wiped out. Oh, that is just, that's unbelievable. We're going to have to wait to see what the news on the ground is because this is just something else. At that, we're going to start getting all of our planes back getting out of here. Yeah, I don't know really what happened there. We're going to have to wait until the news comes out. As near as I can tell, the riot detonated some sort of massive explosive device. And like that was all she wrote. Huh. Well, the zoo survived. I had a really nice overlay here that I must have clicked the wrong one when I loaded it, and the crater did not show up. So, unfortunately, yeah. Oh well. I deleted the wrong one. But okay. So yeah, we just, somebody detonated a rather large device. Rather large explosive. Not nuclear. Just everybody knows this is conventional. But it wiped out this whole area. But we'll have some satellite photos once it comes through. I'm sure there'll be a word on the street. Some small diameter bombs going into a crater. And everything else is now working its way back to either our forward operating base or down to Gator, however the hell you want to pronounce it. Wow. Well, that was our first operation in the Balkans Hired Goons. Next time we will have Diamond Team 5 on the job. So there's going to be good outcomes and bad outcomes that might happen with that. But that might have been the booze exploding. I mean, it is an entire warehouse filled with liquor. But we've kind of seen what's north of us. We've got some SA-17s. The further we stray into their territory and further from our home, the more dangerous stuff we're going to do. Now Unicom likes us a little less, and Coors, Molson, Taco Bell likes us a little more. But, all right, Hired Goons. At that, I'm going to watch a few small diameter bombs come down, and we are going to call it at that. All right. Back to you, Hired Goons. I'll try to have this video up here shortly, and I'll get, losses and expenditures. Just because I'm going to show you guys anywhere in a moment. Our losses in AMX Geely, 2 MiG-27 floggers. We expended 26 GBU-39s, 8 Brimstone dual modes, 27 regulars, 22 alarms. Let's see, Unicom lost 2 Shilkas, 4 Bofors, 8 90mm guns, a hangar, 9 BMPs, 3 BTR-50s, a tall building, 2 F-104 starfighters, a dozen MiG-21s. Wow, that's something else. 2 sets of radars, 2 SA-19s, an SA-6 gainful, the straight flush radar, and 2 Toyotas with 12.7mm machine guns on the back. Red Bull Riot Team, unfortunately, did not survive it for next year's X Games. And 2 civilian camera teams were lost. But all right, back to you, Hired Goons. Thank you very much, all of you. And I'll have some mission updates here coming shortly. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow. Back to you, Hired Goons. Have a great evening. Thanks much, guys.